Hi everybody, it's Tyler here at Kalahari Classic, checking in with 5069Y. It's Havoc out of Nebraska, off a huge win in North Dakota, so congratulations on your victory there, and also Excellence Award as well too. So majorly qualified for Vex Worlds, and we can't wait to see how this team does here at Kalahari Classic. A lot of great things to check out here. Check out this mid-goal D-score that's linked to this funnel they have inside their robot that we're going to dive a bit more into. Also, their counter roller will be diving a little bit more into, and a bit more on how their lifting O-down pods work as well too. So a lot of great stuff to jump in with Havoc here on Pits and Parts. This video on fun is brought to you by viewers like you, and also in partnership with the following. The Robotics Education and Competition Foundation provides fantastic programs for students from elementary school all the way through college. These include VEX, aerial drone competition, online challenges, JROTC, girl-powered, scholarships, certifications, and so much more. To discover these exciting opportunities, visit recf.org and get connected. Sid, lots to jump into here on this mech. Let's start with talking about this D-score that you were talking about earlier. I love how it's linked to that funnel. Let's hop more into it.
Okay, so to start off, our mid-goal D-score is powered by a piston, but it's connected to string to a low-goal funnel on the bottom right here. So when it actuates, it funnels them from 2 wide to 1 wide. Because a lot of teams with a fixed slope have like issues scoring consistently on the low goal, and this helps us get the control bonus and score them during the matches.
Can we showcase how that might function?
Yeah. So, Brayden, do you mind holding the controller and intaking for me? And then hit that, and then outtake, and then it just funnels them out in one line.
Looking at this mech here, how did you go about developing this in terms of getting it on your robot? And you mentioned like this is kind of a last minute implementation for your robot too, right? So just talking more about how this all came together.
Yeah, so since it was like last minute, we actually made some changes to it. Originally, it was down 1 hole, and it would get stuck a little bit. So after moving it up 1 hole, which it funnels them a little bit sooner, brings them down, and that's pretty much the basis idea of it.
So in terms of like your scoring process now, how has that really helped you out in getting more throughput on scoring?
Yeah, so especially in our elims autos, when we have a right side, it's a lot harder if you don't have a way to score the long goal to get the control bonus in the bottom. So once we actuate it, it's a lot easier to get that the auto win in matches.
Absolutely. Let's pass over to Ziv, talk more about the counter roller on the bot as well too. So let's break down a bit more, what it is, how it's functioning for you, and anything else you want to add to it.
So on our robot, in addition to our two 1200 RPM top rollers, we also have a 300 RPM counter roller. So what this does is throughout the matches and in skills, we can either score low goal using this counter roller, and that helps us regulate the speed at which we score those blocks. So within skills, we can make sure we get those 7 blocks, or when we're in matches, we make it go faster. So that way we can score like 4 blocks, but we knock the other color blocks out. The added bonus to this counter roller is we have it positioned in a way higher to the long goal, so that when blocks are getting scored on the long goal, it is sandwiched in between this flex wheels and the counter roller, and that helps sandwich them and get it power on both sides instead of having friction on the bottom and just power on the top. So that really helps us within autonomous. We shoot the blocks more into the control zone instead of them sitting on the edge of the goal, and additionally within matches it shoots farther in the control zone.
Can we talk about matches in general? Your team came off a huge signature event win. Now you're here at Kalahari. Has your match strategy changed at all in terms of like just something from a few weeks ago here now at Kalahari?
I mean, mostly from North Dakota, we've taken a lot of strategy. We learned a lot of strategy at North Dakota on the spot, and we're really liking how that strategy turned out for us. So we are going to stick with very similar strategies, but additionally, teams are able to watch back matches of what we've done. So we are making sure to switch up the strategy a bit, just so we're less predictable for those teams that are scouting.
Makes sense. Pass over to Danny. We'll talk more about the odometry pods. We can tilt the robot up and take a look at what that is. Let's talk more about the leaf spring, and I know there's a couple other aspects on your bot you wanted to highlight too.
Yep. All right, so we run leaf spring odom with distance resets, and the way this leaf spring odom works is it's a single piece of acrylic, and what that does is this flexes up when we're going over a bump or the park zone, which lets us smoothly go over the park zone without having to have any piston lifts or string lifts on our horizontal tracker wheel. Also on this horizontal tracker wheel, the bumps on these sleds allow the robot to smoothly go over the park zone and keep that tracker wheel from getting caught on the park zone. We also have these distance sensors here. We use these for distance resets. And the way those work is the distance sensor will detect the distance to the wall, and from that it'll reset our odom. This just helps us be a lot more consistent in both skills and in match autonomouses. We like to do this before we go into the match loaders because it's just a good time for us where we're positioned in a way where we have 2 walls where we can accurately get a reading off of without a robot from the other alliance being in the way.
So your team is one of the top skills teams as well too, coming into this. Any big changes for your skills Auton strategy coming into Kalahari here?
Yeah, so what we prioritized in skills Auton was clearing all those loaders, getting control zones, and we try to focus on the top middle goal control zone. So the way we do that is we clear the blue park zone and grab those red blocks, as many as we can. If we don't get the ball, that's okay, because at the start of our skills run, we score 2 red blocks in the park zone from the other side. So that way, we will almost always get 7 blocks in that top middle control zone, which just helped us increase our skill score a lot. In addition to scoring extra blocks that we pick up in the long goals before we go into our loaders, just gives us more points. Any more points that we can get, the better. So we just want to score all those blocks and as many as possible.
Well, this is Havoc, one of your top contenders here at Kalahari. We can't wait to see how your team does, of course. So good luck the rest of the way, and we can't wait to see your results here at Kalahari. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell to stay up to date on future fun videos. The Robotics Education and Competition Foundation provides fantastic programs for students from elementary school all the way through college. These include VEX, aerial drone competition, online challenges, JROTC, girl-powered, scholarships, certifications, and so much more. To discover these exciting opportunities, visit recf.org and get connected.